All right, Jessica, let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's session, where we're excited to take you through Foundation Source's offerings. My name is Amanda Flanagan, and I'm a business development rep here. I'm joined by my colleague, Jessica Donahue, Senior Managing Director for our Northeast region. I'd like to go over some housekeeping details before we get started today. We welcome your questions, so please drop them into the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen, and we'll save time at the end of today's session to answer them. Also, we are recording this session, and we'll share the replay with all registrants after we conclude so that you can refer back to this content at your convenience. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Jessica so she can get started. Jessica?
Thanks very much, Amanda. Thanks again for joining us today. Again, my name is Jessica Donahue, and I am Senior Managing Director, heading up business development in the New York area. So at Foundation Source, business development means that I spend most of my time helping individuals, families, advisors, and their clients understand the options and possibilities in the philanthropic space. Often donors are new to organized philanthropy and are very interested in learning about the capabilities of different philanthropic entities and how they can maximize their impact. Even experienced donors benefit from exploring how different charitable vehicles can enhance impact and create opportunities for growth. So we know from research that many individuals are charitable in some form or fashion, even if they don't consider themselves particularly philanthropic. So the question is not whether or not they are giving, it is how much, to whom, and through what vehicles. Are they doing it alone or with their spouse, or do they want to involve their families or non-family members going forward? So if you have a client who is typically a reactive giver, so generally responding to requests for donations, as an advisor, you might have a better overview of their giving patterns than the donor themselves if you were fulfilling gifts to the same organizations year after year on their behalf. So Foundation Source was established over 20 years ago by 4 families who were looking for philanthropic services, and it just didn't exist. Now, by partnering with Foundation Source, private foundation specialists, individuals, families, and companies can get more from their giving by having everything they need to manage their foundations all in one place. Because Foundation Source's services eliminate the paperwork and compliance concerns associated with a traditional private foundation model, you can focus on your philanthropy. And because Foundation Source's in-house tax, legal, and philanthropic experts become your virtual staff, you can have the capabilities once reserved for a handful of the largest professionally staffed foundations. We are very proud that we've been recognized many times by our peers for our thought leadership, technology, expertise, and services. So Foundation Source is widely recognized as a leader in PhilTech, philanthropy technology. But Foundation Source is a philanthropic resources company, and our people make the difference. Our people include the donors, foundation board members, trustees, and others who own the grant-making decision process, who implement the programs, and carefully assess impact in order to responsibly steward their philanthropic assets. But our people also include the over 200 employees at Foundation Source who partner with our clients to provide best-in-class services. Each of our clients is assigned a relationship manager who is their first point of contact at Foundation Source. This private client advisor is their quarterback, ensuring that their foundation runs smoothly. Our team has helped our clients provide nearly $12 billion in charitable aid to a wide range of organizations and causes, both domestically and around the globe. So Foundation Source empowers people and companies to create a better world through philanthropy. As the nation's largest provider of foundation management services, we offer a configurable suite of administrative support, compliance, advisory, and technology solutions to support family, corporate, and independent foundations. For more than 2 decades, we've worked with individuals, families, and boards and professional advisors to preserve legacies and make giving easier. Today, we are proud to support more than 2,000 unique foundations and have facilitated over 530,000 grants in charitable aid. With a 98% retention rate, we are honored to have earned the trust and loyalty of our clients. So our clients support soup kitchens, early education, after-school programs, technical training, and colleges and universities. Our clients also make documentary movies, support medical research, fly search and rescue missions, remove tattoos from people recently released from prison, and preserve rare historical documents for research and display. One of my favorite client stories is about a foundation that runs a Grants to Individuals program in partnership with an inner city community center with the goal of preventing homelessness. The underlying premise is that it is less expensive and provides substantially better outcomes if you can keep a family in their home rather than having to rehome them after a period of homelessness. The foundation gives microgrants, generally under $1,000 per grant, but it goes directly to the recipient who may be choosing between paying the rent and fixing the car that they need to go to work every day. By providing rainy day funds to those who have none, the foundation makes an immediate and lasting impact on their community. So sometimes when people hear about private foundations, they automatically think about Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and the Ford Foundation. However, these mega foundations are the exception rather than the rule. The median foundation in the United States is approximately $1 million. We're seeing 3 trends that are leading to that $1 million number. We are seeing people set them up as part of their estate plans, either an estate that's happening soon or as part of a long-term plan. It makes sense to have the foundation established and integrated into the estate documents. The family can begin working together in preparation for when additional assets are eventually contributed to the foundation. People are also setting them up in advance of a liquidity event. Sometimes it might make sense to contribute privately held stock to a private foundation in advance of a liquidity event. The donor may also want to set it up and provide seed funding for the foundation to avoid a year-end fire drill. The third scenario is annual funding. You do not have to fund your foundation all at once. You can think about a C-suite executive who gets an annual stock allocation. They can roll part of that into their foundation every year to grow their philanthropic war chest. Also, many people may shy away from a private foundation as an option because they think it's going to be complicated, expensive, and burdensome to operate. Foundation Source was established to provide these services needed by donors to have easy, compliant private foundation operations. A private foundation is a uniquely versatile charitable vehicle with a vast array of philanthropic capabilities. In addition to making straightforward grants to individuals or straightforward grants to nonprofits, a private foundation is empowered to also make grants directly to individuals in needs, to run its own charitable programs, to award scholarships and fellowships and choose the recipients, as well as make loans, make loan guarantees, and equity investments in furtherance of its mission. Of course, having all of these capabilities isn't of much use without the expertise and administrative bandwidth to employ them. While many companies offer grant management platforms, Foundation Source offers the only foundation management platform. Our technology makes it easy for families and board members to collaborate and integrate their foundations in their day-to-day activities. Additionally, we encourage our clients to call us early and often. We want our clients to use us as a sounding board and include us in their thought processes. Working with Foundation Source, our clients get the benefit of the depth and breadth of our experience from our over 2,000 private foundation clients. Working with us lets you focus on your philanthropy with the confidence of knowing that you have professional compliance and operations and expert resources available on demand. So we work with foundations ranging in size from less than 1 million to over 2 billion. Our clients' teams include financial advisors, family offices, and attorneys. Many of our clients have foundation staff, such as executive directors and program directors, as well as subject matter experts. Foundations can also have family members as paid employees. Our suite of services is configurable to meet our clients where they are and to collaborate with all of the foundation stakeholders. We can establish a new foundation in about a week. We also work with foundations that have been making grants for a few generations. Foundations may start small and grow gradually over time, or be the sudden recipient of substantial funds via an estate settling or a liquidity event. Foundation Source is uniquely equipped to work with a private foundation at all stages of its life cycle, adding additional resources in response to funding events, helping onboard staff, consulting on succession planning and next-gen engagement, and training new board members. Foundation Source offers tech-forward, data-supported, people-led philanthropic services. Our goal is to provide the resources needed to maximize our clients' impact. So our foundation management platform, called Impactfully, was built on proprietary workflows developed and perfected over 20 years in support of thousands of private foundations. By partnering with Foundation Source, we will help you involve your family, staff, trustees, and board members with the tools designed to support collaboration and engagement. We can help you increase your efficiency for those routine foundation management activities with simple, intuitive workflows. And we can consolidate and organize and provide access to foundation information and activities all in a single platform. So we hear from our clients that our technology actually gets used, that it's intuitive and has a welcoming user experience. We have found that it has been easily integrated into a variety of situations. And a platform is only productive if it's broadly adopted across the intended user group. So I want to give you a quick introduction to our proprietary foundation management platform. I'm going to share a few screenshots and talk about some functionality. Please feel free to reach out to us and request a live demo. We would be happy to walk you through the platform and our services and show you how our offering can be customized to support your foundation. So this is a screenshot of a sample dashboard. Every foundation has their own custom portal on the Foundation Source platform. So it's a secure web-based command center that connects you with your foundation anytime, anywhere. We even have an app available on Apple and Android. Developed specifically for the needs of private foundations, it simplifies foundation control, communication, and collaboration in a way never before possible. Designated foundation members get instant access and total transparency into foundation activities. Features include individually customized viewing rights and granting permissions, online granting, tracking, and reporting, including investment balances, integrated database and specialized tools for charity research, and a client-only online portal with helpful resources and articles. So this is a detailed shot of the asset summary in the dashboard. Foundation Source does not manage money or custody assets. We partner with over 400 financial institutions on behalf of our clients and will aggregate across multiple managers and custodians. We collect information about the foundation's investments and reconcile it to monthly statements. We're going to use this information to determine the foundation's minimum distribution requirement and for tax prep and filing purposes. For many of our clients, the Foundation Source dashboard is the only place where they can see an aggregated view of their foundation's assets. So Foundation Source also maintains a database of over 1 million IRS-approved exempt organizations and makes this list directly accessible to each of our clients via our platform. This database has been pulled from the master federal database and is updated monthly to incorporate any changes made by the IRS and other federal agencies. This ensures that grants to public organizations go to public charities that are IRS approved and currently in good standing. We also provide access to value-added information from respected independent rating organizations such as GuideStar and Charity Navigator. In addition, our in-house legal team conducts charity research to augment or clarify information in the database. In short, the database combined with our team gives you one more way to maximize your impact. So Foundation Source also provides a grants management system called Applications and Outcomes that is fully integrated into our foundation management platform. By using applications, you can streamline your grants management process. Your foundation can post its guidelines and funding criteria to cut down on the number of extraneous requests for funding. Because the applications are submitted electronically, your foundation can efficiently organize and manage grant requests, centrally communicate about them, review them online, and easily generate data and reports. After the grant has been made, Foundation Source Outcomes enables you to monitor your foundation's impact, collect progress reports, and track key data performance metrics, all from your foundation's online dashboard. Outcomes allows you to assess how your grant funds were spent, whether goals have been met and what progress has been made, what worked and what didn't, unexpected challenges, and lessons learned. So Foundation Source provides point of transaction compliance monitoring, meaning that no transaction is processed from the foundation until it has cleared all compliance checks. Compliance monitoring draws on our team of tax, legal, accounting, and other experts. In our experience, most compliance issues arise from confusion around IRS regulations and federal laws that apply to private foundation grant making and expense disbursements. And to be fair, these regulations are often complicated and sometimes gray. To address this, Foundation Source has developed proprietary systems, processes, and tools to continually monitor activities for potential compliance issues. Additionally, our tax and legal team works closely with the IRS and other federal agencies to properly interpret regulations and restrictions on private foundation activities. When issues or questions arise, as they invariably do, your dedicated relationship manager immediately notifies the foundation's officers and advisors as appropriate and helps to resolve the issue before it triggers potential financial penalties, or even worse, potentially jeopardizes the foundation's tax-exempt status or risks penalties. So another benefit of a fully integrated foundation management system is the simplified access to foundation data and the ease of creating informative reporting. The platform provides each foundation with a full list of pre-configured reports spanning assets, granting, expenses, disbursements, financial information, all with varying levels of detail available. In addition to the preset report options, our clients can utilize our dynamic reporting module to create custom reports to ensure that the information is presented in the most useful format. Users can schedule reports to run at preset intervals so the reports are ready for board meetings and other events. Our professional staff handles the details that will keep the foundation running smoothly so you can focus on your philanthropic goals. When the board approves grants, this information is conveyed to Foundation Source, who in turn provides efficient, compliant execution of those decisions and the record keeping and reporting to document the foundation's activities. As core components of our foundation management service, Foundation Source provides compliance monitoring, grant processing and disbursements, expense processing, asset and investment tracking, federal 990PF and state filings, as well as foundation accounting. So Foundation Source's philanthropic expertise and specialization in private foundations are at the core of the support systems and the community that we've built. The Foundation Source Philanthropic Advisory Team is comprised of professionals with decades of experience in foundation leadership, private and corporate grant making, and wealth planning. Members of the team have deep knowledge of foundation governance, strategic planning, grant-making practices, and next-generation engagement. They've managed grant portfolios that range from $2 million to $90 million annually in a wide range of program areas, including education, healthcare, arts and culture, and community development. We are very proud of helping our clients achieve outside-of-the-box philanthropic goals. One of our clients wanted to create and distribute indestructible soccer balls that would enable impoverished children around the world to play in rough areas where other balls might go flat. The family was aware that children in developing countries lacking access to decent soccer balls often fashion their own from bundles of garbage, which can be very dangerous. Working with a Canadian design company, the foundation created indestructible soccer balls and gave them away at venues beginning with the 2010 World Cup in Cape Town, South Africa, to encourage athletics and cooperation among children from different backgrounds all over the globe. To share one more great client story, I want to talk about the Bridge Project. The Bridge Project is New York City's first guaranteed income program. Launched in June of 2021 by the Monarch Foundation, the Bridge Project is designed to support low-income mothers in New York City during the first 1,000 days of their children's lives by providing them with consistent, unconditional cash on a biweekly basis. The first phase of the Bridge Project provided up to $1,000 a month to 100 low-income mothers living in Inwood, Washington Heights, and Harlem. The Bridge Project currently serves 600 babies and their mothers across 2 New York City boroughs, alongside 25 community-based partners. The program hopes to launch future phases throughout additional neighborhoods and boroughs to support mothers and their babies and to help alleviate child poverty across New York City. So Foundation Source can be your partner in giving. Working with Foundation Source, we will deliver a collaborative partner for all aspects of your foundation: sustainable and continuous foundation operations, administrative services for compliance, centralization and efficiency, online foundation management platforms, integrated payroll services, access to a team of foundation experts to serve as your virtual staff, education, advice, and guidance with regard to governance, grant making, and programmatic activities, and integration with your investment management team and all of your other advisors as well. If you go to our website, foundationsource.com, you can find a wide variety of information on lots of topics for philanthropy in general, as well as private foundations. Please feel free to explore our resource library. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Amanda and see if we have any questions.
Okay, thanks, Jessica. It looks like we have some questions. One, how long does it take to set up a private foundation?
That's a really good question. So we set up all of our private foundations as Delaware corporations. Regardless of where the donor lives, we can always register in additional states after the fact if needed. And it really takes about a week to 10 days, but it really depends on your sense of urgency. If you really need to turn it around in a couple of days, we can do that if needed. There's 2 sets of documentation. It's all done digitally, and we can turn it around as fast as you might need.
Great, thanks. Another, is it possible to donate artwork to a private foundation?
Oh, good question. Absolutely. Lots of foundations are funded with art. And art is unique in that it can be an investment asset. It can also be a charitably held asset. So private foundations can be used to maintain a collection. The art can belong to the collection, and it can be loaned out to various museums and public spaces for display. The foundation can cover the costs of insurance and storage, and shipping the art for the donor. Alternatively, art can be an investment asset, and the art can be held and stored and eventually sold to create liquid resources for other philanthropic uses.
Okay, and how many users can be on your software platform for the foundation?
Oh, that's also a very good question. So we don't have any particular limits for our platform. So there's no there's no license per user charge. We want our donors to feel free to give access to whoever they feel needs access. So financial advisors might have read-only access. People might give their CPAs access to the platform. We can configure each login so that it has specific rights and permissions. So if you wanted to give a younger family member access to the platform, we could configure their access so that they could only see the grant making side of the platform and not necessarily see how many assets are in the foundation. So we never want to limit our clients by how many people they can bring into the platform.
Okay, thanks, Jessica. I think that's all the time we have for today. If we didn't get to your question, we will reach out to you directly afterwards and answer it for you. And also, please look for our follow-up email with the replay link. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.
Thank you.